All right, cool. So as you guys know, my name is Kim Ware, and I am your public speaking and presenting teacher, and this is exciting. What I like about this class is that even though the focus is on speaking and presenting, I really try to hit some different angles regarding communication, because if this is the only communication class you're ever going to take at Bryan, there's so much more to human communication than just speaking and presenting. So make sure you try to attend some of the other live events. I'm going to try to throw a few more in there, but the outset, one of the ones I'm most excited about is becoming a better listener, because listening is just as important as our ability to speak to people, and that's something that you won't want to miss. Over the course of the next few minutes, I'm going to run through the course expectations with you, what I'm looking for, how you can succeed, and just really come out with a passing grade. There is absolutely no reason why anyone should fail this class. I think sometimes we see the title speaking and presenting, and we feel, or at least I think I would, feel like I'm going to be judged based on my ability to speak and present, and that's not true. I'm going to judge you based on your ability to submit your work and to submit it completely. Everyone starts from a different position. Some of us, public speaking is incredibly stressful and terrifying. And for some of us, we could talk to anybody any day of the week for any length of time and totally feel comfortable and jazzed about it. So considering that broad spectrum, the most important thing that you could do to pass this class, and not just like barely pass it, but to really pass it with an A, it is not impossible to get 100 in this class. To pass it, turn all your work in. Okay? Give me a thumbs up or a yeah, so that I know that that is hopefully pretty exciting to you and gives you just this huge breath of relief.
Say that it's not possible to get a 100, or I may have misunderstood that.
Well, it depends on how you do on your learn-its, but if you submit everything and you submit it well, and even if you get points off, and thanks Christy for the woohoo, even if you get points off, I always encourage you to resubmit for mastery. You can resubmit your assignments as many times as you need to within the scope of the class and get full credit on everything and pass it with flying colors. So you're not being graded based on your ability or your talent level. You're being graded on your ability to apply the concepts that you've learned and turn all your work in. Okay? So okay, awesome. So one major component of that is yellow dig. So how does that make you feel? Happy, sad, irritated? Happy. Okay, good. So yellow dig, some of us have a love-hate relationship with yellow dig. Yellow dig can sometimes feel like one of those extra things, like, oh, I gotta do this. I have to get on there and I have to post so I can get my credit. I would like to encourage you to take it from a different perspective and look at it as your #1 opportunity to network and build community and enhance your learning in the class. Every week I'll post a spark, and you will need to answer that spark and then reply to a couple other people. Every time that you post a pin or that you reply to someone else, you get points. When you post your spark, I'll always give you a badge for posting a spark, and the badge is worth 5 points. That's big money in Yellow Dig land. And every time you respond to a comment that someone else has made to you within your post, I'll give you another badge. So that is an easy 10 points. You have a maximum amount of points per week in Yellow Dig of 35 points. But for the whole course, you only need 200 points total. I post grades every week for Yellow Dig because in my experience, I've gone from posting twice a module, so every 4 weeks, and posting every 2 weeks to now posting every week for grades. And that has made a huge difference in helping people stay accountable and just knowing where they are in their point totals. More often than not, when the grades were posted at a longer span, we'd get to the end of the course and students were like, oh my goodness, I didn't realize I totally left Yellow Dig by the wayside, and now I'm missing 75 points that I could have easily gotten and really boosted my grade. So I post those every week, like on Yellow Dig runs from Monday to the following Sunday at midnight, and then I generally get on there on Monday, see what's going on, and try to post grades on Tuesday or Wednesday for the week prior. So you should have a really good line of view of where you're going and how you're doing with your Yellow Dig points. Also, Yellow Dig is a place where we can talk about our personal lives, we can talk about our daily lives, we can talk about assignments. It's really important that we all work together to try to keep Yellow Dig on the up and up, and as much as possible, bring it back to the subject of study. Because what we want to do is create this depth of synthesis between what we're doing in our textbook world and what we're doing in our everyday life. Every one of you is coming from different perspectives. Majority of students are in the legal field, and the other majority of students are in the fitness field. And those can seem really different, but at the end of the day, we all have clients that we're going to be speaking to, and that's the driver for Yellow Dig, is seeing where this course content is going to help us push ahead in our careers, in our education. And really, there's a great blend between communication in our professional lives, and it also bleeds over a lot into our personal lives. So that's Yellow Dig. Yeah, I agree, Lavi. And yeah, and the networking is so important. Like, you have no idea who you're going to see in the next module from a previous class. So you're building a relationship that way. But also, I can't even tell you, so I've been teaching for the last decade or so, and the world is really big, but it's also really small. And one day, I kid you not, you're going to run into someone in the grocery store, and you're going to see a Bryan University t-shirt on, and you're going to be like, did you go to Bryan? Oh my goodness, I went to Bryan too. You know, I've been looking for a great paralegal. I'm involved in this, you know, this stupid case. I need help. I'm like, oh, I can totally help you. And you have this camaraderie. Or maybe it's, you know, the fitness world. I've really been working on building those guns, you know. Can you help me with my biceps? Okay, so so that is Yellow Dig. Any questions there before I move on to the next topic? Okay, so if you do, just type them in there, and then I'll help you out. So this class has worksheets, and really there's only one worksheet, and that's the presentation analysis. And this is assignment number 2. It's getting your feet wet, and then the rest of them are all some sort of presentation. As you may have already noticed, and you may have already done, you have an intro video. So I would encourage you, please don't worry about doing multiple takes if you haven't already submitted your intro video. It's really just you saying hello to me. And if you want to post it on Yellow Dig for the rest of your peers and say hello to them too, you're welcome to do that. I encourage that, but you don't have to. It's just an introduction, 1 to 3 minutes long, saying hi, try to answer the questions, but please don't stress over making sure that you answered every single question and that you answered it thoroughly and perfectly. It's just an opportunity to get in front of a camera. Next, so I've already talked about assignment 2, which is the presentation analysis. What I'm looking for most of all in that is not only your ability to link the material, but to write correctly. And soon I'm posting announcements. I'm posting an announcement about how to write short answer questions. And basically, I want you to restate the question. What is a slide that showcases the right brain? A slide that showcases the right brain is, you're going to give the example, and then I want you to say why. So just saying an example doesn't show me that you know what a right brain slide does. And if you're sitting there right now thinking, I don't know what a right brain slide does, that's okay, because you haven't gotten to that lesson yet. But you will, and you will know it so well that the next time you see a billboard ad, you'll say, oh, that's a right billboard brain slide ad, and that's the left one, okay? So moving on, the next two major projects are two parts of what we're going to put together in a whole for the final presentation. The third assignment is a PowerPoint presentation about how to give a PowerPoint. It's essentially a show and tell. Your actual topic is how to give a PowerPoint presentation. So you're going to develop 6 to 8 slides that talk about everything you've learned up to that point and give the presentation. I don't need to see you. It's only a recorded PowerPoint presentation. Then in assignment number 4, we're going to work on the other part, which is just you giving a speech. And in that section, it's an opportunity for you to practice your nonverbal communication, also known as paralanguage, your eye contact, your gestures, and I'm going to talk more about that in some announcements leading up to it so you'll feel more comfortable. But again, assignment 3 is just the presentation. Assignment 4 is your body. And then in the final assignment, you're going to put together a PowerPoint presentation on a topic that you choose, and you're going to speak alongside of it and record yourself and submit that presentation. We'll talk more about that as we get there. The most important thing I want you to know about assignment 3, assignment 4, and the final is that you must turn in a speaking outline template. You will see this in assignment 3, assignment 4, and the Pecha Kucha. It's all there in the instructions. It's basically a template that you're going to fill out. This is important because one of my primary goals in this class is to teach you how to organize information, to teach you how to write a thesis statement, develop a preview of your talk, go through your talk, and give your audience a summary. This is the foundation of Public Speaking 101. And not only is it going to help you in your ability to speak publicly, it's going to help you in every single paper that you will write because you're going to learn how to organize information. And it's a formula. It's like math. If you learn a math formula, you go put different numbers in it and you do the formula and it works. We have a speaking outline formula. You put your different topic information in there and you go and give it and the crowd goes wild and they're so excited and you feel so good and confident and comfortable. One thing I also want to say is so many people say they hate public speaking. So I do want to put a disclaimer in there that just says, I can't promise that you'll like public speaking by the time you're done with this course. I make no guarantees on that front. But I can guarantee that if you do all the assignments, you're going to leave this course feeling much more comfortable and hopefully confident in the act of public speaking. In this class, you have the standard learn-its, you have a final exam, and that really is COM 210 in a nutshell. Woo! I just ran through that really fast. Anyone have any questions about all of that?
I'm sorry if you're going to hear a bunch of background noise, but I can't type and drive at the same time, so I'm having to unmute myself. The question that I have is about assignment 3. A lot about what I've been reading in the chapters is that they don't recommend that we use the standard built-in backgrounds and formats for PowerPoint. So it does give us some examples of where to go. Is that what you believe as well, is don't use the standard PowerPoint examples and go ahead and research other better quality images and formats?
I think definitely for the images. I think since this book was written, that PowerPoint has come a long way in what it offers for you in templates and their design feature to help, I don't know if any of you, once you get into PowerPoint, it'll automatically pop up a blurb that gives you different design options when you put a picture in there. And I love that. So it's really up to you. I wouldn't use the clip art. I would go for more advanced or better visual images. But as far as using their overall templates and their outlines, I'm not opposed to that. At the heart of the issue, more so than the templates, is making sure you're following the concepts that Zen presentation is giving from the PowerPoint side.
Right. I just wasn't sure. We took a university 101 class and we did a PowerPoint. And there were a lot more templates than I remember from ever using PowerPoint in the past. So I wasn't sure when the book was written and if that had been updated since then. So thank you.
Yeah, they are. And I think something too that you'll realize, if not now, but throughout the rest of your college career, is that a lot of stuff is subjective unless you're doing something like math or science. So you're going to get in this class and you're going to see what I'm teaching you and you're going to do it my way. But then you might go to another class, especially in the legal realm, where maybe the requirements are a little bit different for what, or even your attorney that you're working for says, oh, no, I want you to show every word of the case. And you just cringe because you're like, but they're not going to be listening to you or me. They're going to be reading the slide, but you're going to do it anyway because it's what your boss wants from you. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Any other questions? If you could do me a favor, if you can type and write no or yes, then I'll know if we're about ready to conclude this event or not. Awesome. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Lavi. Thank you, Christy. Oh, no worries. I know that two of you are at work. Yeah, keep the babies asleep. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so Alex isn't the only one I've heard from, but I'm pretty sure Alex is at work. So, all right, so that's it. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll post the recording. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. If you didn't see on my welcome note, I try to take Sundays off. So if you message me Saturday afternoon or Sunday, I really try to stay off the computer unless it's an emergency. I'll get back to you on Monday. So that's it. Thank you again, everybody. Have a great evening. I'm headed off to grill some burgers, and I hope you guys are going to have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Bye.